Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another legal breaking reporting video analysis update. I'm tired of these BS witch hunt trumped up court indictments. New York Attorney General Letitia James has been indicted on alleged mortgage fraud. Let's get to this reporting by ABC News. Ladies and gentlemen, the article is titled, New York Attorney General Letitia James indicted for alleged fraud following pressure from Trump. And ladies and gentlemen, the article reads, New York Attorney General Letitia James has been indicted on at least one count of alleged fraud, becoming the second political figure in a span of 2 weeks to face prosecution after President Trump, Donald Trump's public demand that the Justice Department move now to charge his enemies. The contents of the indictment were still not unsealed as of Thursday late afternoon. U.S. Attorney General for the Eastern District of Virginia, Lindsey Halligan, presented evidence to a federal grand jury Thursday seeking an indictment on charges of mortgage fraud against James. Sources familiar with the matter told ABC News. A spokesperson for James' legal team declined to comment to ABC News. Halligan was named U.S. Attorney by Trump after Trump ousted her predecessor, Eric Siebert, who sources say had expressed doubts internally about bringing cases against James and former FBI Director James Comey. As ABC News first reported, sources said Siebert and other career prosecutors in Virginia determined there was no clear evidence James had knowingly committed mortgage fraud when she purchased a home in the state in 2023, but Trump officials nevertheless pushed Siebert to bring criminal charges against her. Quote, "It looks to me like James is very guilty of something, but I really don't know," unquote, Trump said to reporters in the Oval Office in September when he confirmed he wanted Siebert out of the job. James, as New York Attorney General, successfully brought a civil fraud case against Trump last year and leads multiple lawsuits challenging his administration's policies. Trump administration officials have argued that James committed mortgage fraud because one of the documents related to her 2023 home purchase, they say, falsely indicated the property would be her primary residence. The investigation began after Bill Bolte, P-U-L-T-E, the director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, sent the DOJ a criminal referral about James in April. However, investigators determined that the document, a limited power of attorney form used by James's niece to sign documents on her behalf when James closed on the home, was never considered by the loan officers who approved the mortgage, sources said. Halligan last month brought an indictment against Comey on charges of making a false statement to Congress and obstruction related to his testimony before the Senate Judiciary Committee in 2020, just days after Trump issued a public demand for his Justice Department to act now to bring prosecutions against Comey, James, and California Senator Adam Schiff. Quote, "Nothing is being done. What about Comey, Adam Schiff, and Letitia?" Trump wrote in a social media post directly addressing Attorney General Pam Bondi. Quote, "We can't delay any longer. It's killing our reputation and credibility. They impeached me twice and indicted me 5 times over nothing. Justice must be served now." Comey pleaded not guilty on Wednesday and will seek to have the case dismissed for vindictive prosecution. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is plain out unconstitutional of the president to do and the executive branch to do. If I suspect anything, I suspect that that both of these bogus, illegal indictments will be formally dropped, because this is political prosecution, vindictive prosecution, and selective prosecution. And under the law, and per the Constitution of the United States, the executive branch cannot order the Attorney General, who is supposed to, by law, work for the United States citizens, not for a dictator like Donald Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy this legal breaking reporting, please follow along for more. Subscribe. Please help me keep the YouTube algorithm up by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing for more legal breaking analysis and in-depth reporting on this side of politics. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, please help me reach and achieve the goal of 300 plus subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I'm saying 300 plus subscribers is because right after we reach and achieve the goal of 300 plus subscribers, we have more subscribers to reach and achieve. Right after we reach and achieve the goal of 300 subscribers. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please stay positive, please stay safe, and always look out for my next legal breaking reporting and my next legal breaking analysis update. And I look forward to talking to you guys in my next legal breaking analysis update.